So when I first saw Days Gone at E3, well, needless to say, it certainly grabbed my interest. A week or so later, after picking up the game, I got myself a Platinum Trophy, and 3 weeks after that, and plenty of bug fixes, here's my review on Days Gone. Now if you're new to my reviews, I like to do what I call the Mr. B format, where we look at the positives, negatives, and neutral areas, and that's pretty much about it. Now as I said with the Mr. B format, the man himself, he has a bit more of a more in-depth review if you want to check it out. I prefer to keep mine a bit more on the short and simple side, but if you want to see a more in-depth review, I'll leave a link to it in the description. Make sure you tell Mr. B that you came here from me, and make sure you say hello and all of that. So looking at the positives, the game itself took me a good 60 odd hours to complete, so needless to say, you'll certainly get your money's worth. Certainly kept me interested in it, so I'm sure you'll probably be fine. Next positive is the weapon variety. You've got your shotguns, your assault rifles, even crossbows, and of course your wee pistol. So I'm sure there's something for everyone for a good way to take down your freakers and whatnot. Now your next positive here is bike customization. You've got a nice array of decals and colours, as well as the modifications to choose from as you level up your stance and with your camps. You can pretty much set your bike however you want, colour it, whatever floats your boat or tickles your pickle. Now speaking of camps, another handy positive here is the fact that you can actually stealth your way through enemy camps for when you land a mission for it. So if you want to save your ammo and handily stealth kill your enemies, well you can do so, or you can just keep it short and simple and shoot the buggers, whatever tickles your pickle. And again, talking about the camps, flip me lads, there is a huge map to work with. If you enjoy your exploring, you'll most definitely have a blast with the map with your random encounters like hostage rescues, even your sniper ambushes, collectible hunting, hordes, flip you up busy. But anyway, with all that said, of course with the positives there's always going to be your negatives. Since the game is very big, you'll of course run into the occasional bug. Now since I'm doing my review a bit later than usual, they have patched out a number of the bugs, but I'm sure there's likely going to be something the odd time. Like sometimes your rescue hostages not being able to be rescued, or enemies not loading in as they should, you know, stuff like that. Usually running around for a wee minute tends to fix it, but you'd think your enemies would, you know, actually spawn in the camp as you approach it, not spawning in as you leave the area. Now, as I said, it has had a fair heap of the bug fixes, so it probably will fix most of the issues I mentioned, but I've marked it as a negative for now. But as more updates approach, like there's a big DLC patch coming next month I believe, it'll probably fix more issues, but there you go. Another negative is the gun management system. See, at your camps and stuff, you've got like a weapon safe to store your weapons, but it only actually applies to guns that you've actually bought from your vendors or unlocked as mission rewards, and not guns you found during exploring, which means you'll probably end up needing to buy a sniper rifle rather than keeping the one you found during your exploration, which is a bit of a shame if you want to save your credits and whatnot. Now I don't know if they'll be fixing that within the patch next week or month, but I do hope they do. You can find some pretty good guns, you see. Now, with all the negatives out of the way, let's take a look then at the neutral areas. As always, the gore is one neutral area. Now I'm not sure if there's an option to disable it, but if you don't like the gore, you'll probably want to avoid your stealth kills or melee combat. Some of the kills are quite gruesome, unless it's coming from someone that plays Killing Floor on a daily basis. The next neutral area is the main fella himself. While you can upgrade his stats like health and stamina with the Nero injectors that you'll find out in the world, you can't actually customize how he looks. I would have liked it if we had some more cosmetic options for him, but the biker looks decent enough, so I've marked it as a neutral area. And of course one last neutral area is your enemy variety. You've got a good heap of the freakers, you know, the zombie-like enemies you'll be dealing with in the world, but human enemies, they kind of all act and look the same aside from some variations in their clothing, but that's pretty much about it. I'm sure there's likely limited clothing choices available 2 years after a copyright break, but that's that's just what I think. But well, there you go. So with all that aside, here's my final thoughts on the game. Personally, I really enjoyed the game. I had a good fun playing it, almost ruined my sleeping schedule, but I really did enjoy the game. I know the occasional bug here and there kind of pooped things over a wee bit, but aside from that, I still enjoyed the game. I definitely think it was worth the dosh. And I am looking forward to the new DLC next month for the survival mode difficulty. Let me, that should be fun trying to get the trophy for that. Heck, I even got the platinum trophy for the base game. Now, whether you want to buy it at full price or wait for a sale, with the amount of hours you'll get from playing the game as you would, you'd probably pick it up full price. I mean, I enjoyed it, but otherwise you probably might want to wait for a sale, at least until the DLC's released next month. But no, the game is definitely worth it. I really enjoyed it. The only thing I'd recommend, at least for future updates or patches or whatever, if they made it so you could deposit the guns you found while exploring in your safe, fix the bugs, maybe add some more enemy variety, at least for your human enemies, I think I'll definitely make it Game of the Year material. I know it's a wee bit early, but that could very well be a potential contender for it. But anyway, with all that said, cheers everyone for watching, and I'll see all you nice people next time.